Hey guys, Shao5 here. So this is a video I plan to title Blessed by Shiny in Chicago. So this is a video where I'll be talking about my experience at Shiny's family in Chicago. Happened on the 8th of May this month still. When I heard about the event, I was told by Shine Baby Muse, and I'm very, very grateful that you told me because I was busy with school, so I wasn't like online to find out myself and stuff. So at first when I heard, I was like, I'm gonna go, and I was like determined. But then I found many, many more obstacles coming up until the date of like when tickets could be purchased. And that was the week of like the first week of exams was that weekend that the event would take place. And also there was the fact that it was in Chicago and I live in Maryland, so that was like it was. I checked on Google and it was like 10 hours driving, which is like it's probably more than that because like you take stops, you get gas and all that. And there was also the thing that I didn't have anyone to like go with me, which worries my parents because I have a heart condition, so they're like scared of me traveling alone. And so there's a lot of stuff, and also I was re-diagnosed with depression, which I don't really like talking about here. I hope that's not too personal, but I'm sharing it because it plays into why I thought I couldn't go and stuff. I don't know, at the point when I like found out about the event or like after being revealed obstacles and stuff, I felt that I was like undeserving and like shouldn't go because I wasn't in like the proper state to greet Shiny or something. And I was able to get over it because my mom saw I was very, very upset because of Shiny, that I was very upset that maybe what if this is my last chance to see them? What if I won't be able to again? Or like I don't know. Battle with words, I'm sorry. But there was a lot of like I kept thinking about it and it was actually distracting me in studies. But I was like, should I try to go? Should I not? I know it's hard, but should I try or should I not? And my mom convinced me because she was like, Jasmine, this is what you've always wanted. You've always wanted to see Shiny. And she was like, it's not impossible. She was like you can get there and you can go see them and like it's a thing that can happen. And so I just decided the Saturday that tickets went on sale at midnight, like not once like when that Saturday evening was when I had this talk with my mom, and then at midnight then, so the beginning of Sunday was when I decided to buy tickets. And of course, like the closer seats and everything were gone, and I got balcony seats, but that was fine with me because like I just wanted to see Shiny. So I got two tickets because my mom was like, the plan had been I would go with my dad and he might want to go in with me because I'm fine going in by myself, but like also my mom worries about me going in by myself. So I bought two tickets, I got balcony seats, and I knew that part was done. I had tickets. And then the next day I called my dad and asked him, I told him, Dad, you remember, because my dad doesn't live with me, so he doesn't see a lot of me and like my love for Shiny and stuff. He just knows I happen to like a group called Shiny and stuff. So I mentioned to him, Dad, remember I like this group called Shiny? And I was like, remember I told you they're my favorites? And I was like, they're coming, but to Chicago. And I was like, I bought tickets. Do you think would you be free the weekend of the 8th to drive me there? He was ready for this and he was like, yeah, I'll take you. I'll take you. We'll go to Chicago. We'll make a trip out of it. So the week after that weekend was my birthday, so my dad was like, think of this as your birthday present, and I was really grateful for that. So what happened with my extra ticket, my dad actually didn't want to go. So um what I did was like I was thinking I'll just go in alone. That's fine with me. But then I remembered I have a friend who lives in Chicago. Well, not in Chicago, but in Illinois, close to Chicago. And she's a fellow Shao, and she wasn't going to go to the concert because of an exam. So I reached out to her and I asked, like, what time is your exam? And she actually found out that the exam was like online, so she doesn't have to do it at a specific hour, just get it in before like midnight that day and stuff. I made plans to meet her and go to a Shiny concert, and we're both Shouse, so like that's a big thing. And my ticket wouldn't go to waste was a good thing. And like another shal would be going. So yeah, I'm rambling. I'm so sorry. I'm bad at storytelling. Um, so after that, like the day, like the night before I leave for Chicago, Jessica, who is of Music and Love '05 here on YouTube, contacted me and told me she had two extra tickets. And she asked me if I wanted them. So what had happened was that she saw me on Twitter because I'm very active on Twitter. She found me on the like tweeting about Shiny in Chicago, and she saw that I had tickets, and she asked me where my seats were, and I told her I had balcony seats, and she told me she had closer seats, and she said that she was just gonna give them away and stuff. And so she said that since I'm like someone she knows and stuff, she said she would give them to me if I wanted them. And I was very, very grateful that she even thought of making me this offer. And I contacted my friend Crystal, and she was like, "Yeah, let's take them." And so Jessica transferred the tickets to me, and I ended up getting closer tickets. And I sort of, so like I had all these doubts before about should I go, should I not go, and then stuff just started falling into place. That stuff, like I felt like I was getting signs, like Jasmine, this is an event you should be excited about. This is an event you should be at. There are all these signs telling you you should be there. And so when I left for the trip, I was very happy. And yeah. So before the event, I met up with Crystal at a mall across from the theater. She came, and it was really cool to see her. It wasn't like it didn't feel a bit awkward because we are close friends. We've been like friends for like 3 years, I think. So it was cool that like we felt comfortable as soon as we saw each other. We recognized each other, and we started talking, and it was totally fine. And she actually took me a birthday present because she knew my birthday was that coming week, and that was really nice. And stuff. She made me these bracelets. This one says key. I don't think you can see it because my camera computer isn't that great. And this one that says shiny. Oh, you can actually see if I bring it closer. Wow. Yeah, so I wore these along with a silicone wristband I have that says shiny key on it. And we walked over to the theater, and it was at 5. Yeah, we got there at 5, which was 2 hours before the event starts. We found the line, we got in line, and I was really nervous, right? Because I was about to see Shiny. Like my idols. I was they were inside the building as I am outside. It was like whoa, and I was trying to calm down and stuff. And so there's a girl in front of us that was by herself, and so I decided to like talk to her, and I was like, hello. And then we started a conversation, and then another girl in front of her that was also by herself joined in on the conversation. So then the four of us were talking before we went in. And I feel like I don't even feel like it was that long before they let us in. I don't know if they let us in an hour before or half an hour before. Because Crystal was telling me that theater lets you in like right before like the artists are ready. Usually they don't let you into the actual venue that early. So I don't know how long we were out there, but it was really like talking with new people, fellow shals. It was really great, and I kept talking about how I was like so excited about being surrounded by so many shals. So then we went in, like they let us in, and we had to wait like 10 minutes before we could actually go in. Like we were in like the lobby area because it's a theater, right? The Rosemont Theater. We had to wait in like a lobby area before we could go into the actual seating, and then we went in. And thank you, Jessica, if you're watching this. First thing I noticed is like, oh my gosh, we're so close to the stage. It was really cool, and I felt overwhelmed with the fact that I had been given those seats, and I was like, oh my gosh. I don't know. I'm speechless because I'm just so thankful. And I looked at my friend Kristen and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm blessed. Which is why the title of this video is blessed, because I feel like I received many blessings through this event. So our seats were great. We could see the stage clearly. Like, of course, it would fill up with people, and we weren't like super front row or anything. We were in like after the pit, like the second section, I think we were S, like row S. So whatever letter that is, number that is in according to the alphabet, that's the row we were in. And but it was definitely better than balcony seats. Like the balconies were like farther than us is where the balcony started. So that was great. And so just before the concert started, it was really really fun. They had a bunch of shiny like beat tracks, like not their title songs, playing, and everyone in there knew all the words and was singing along, and it was so much fun, and it filled me with such joy to see that. Like I don't know, I'm the only Shao I know here where I live and stuff, and I don't know any Shaos in person. I only talked to Annie on YouTube or on Twitter and stuff like that. It felt it felt great to be in a room full of people right beside you that love Shiny as much as you do and care about all the same things you do, sort of. I don't. They just knew all the words and they were singing along. And I'm honestly really, really shy in public. Like, yeah, like I usually I wouldn't sing along. I was worried about moving the light stick because I was like I feel uncomfortable moving the light stick, and I was like, am I gonna like how am I just gonna awkwardly gonna clap when Shiny comes out? Because I didn't think I'd scream because I don't usually do that at concerts. I usually just like clap and smile at other concerts I've been to, but those concerts weren't Shiny, and so the crowd was great. We were all excited, and I met Jessica briefly. She came in. She was running her plane came in at 4:30. I think is when she said her plane was getting there to Chicago, and so she was cutting it close with getting to the venue and stuff. But she made it before it started. But she came in, and I got to meet her briefly, and that was such a pleasure to meet you, Jessica. And I thanked her again for the tickets and for giving them to me and stuff. And then shortly, a couple minutes later, she comes back because she had seats more up front than the ones she gave me. Later, she came back to where I was and gave me one of the posters that were for the P1 section seats. So all the people that had those seats would get a poster of the event. So it's basically like the odd poster, but with the event information on it. And she came back and gave me one, and I was like, no, but she gave it to me anyway, and I'm very very thankful for that too, because now I have I missed out on the light sticks because they sold out, and the shirts were ridiculous. They were just black and they had white print on them, and I was like, I'm not buying those because that's honestly a waste of money. And I had an official merch and also a gift from Jessica, who is so kind. And yeah, the event starts with everybody. Shiny comes out. It's dark, right? The lights turn out, but we can see five figures over there. We know it's Shiny, and then the lights turn on, the light on them, and they start performing everybody. And I think I was in too much of a shock because I still didn't feel like it was actually Shiny. I was looking at them, and I actually didn't have much reaction. I was just looking, and they were wearing their uniforms, the black ones with gold. If you guys have seen the selfie they took on and they posted on Soupy and stuff, those uniforms, right? But they're performing everybody, and everybody's such a cool dance. It goes so fast and it's so cool and everything, and it looks unreal even in person. So I was still like, oh my gosh, is this really happening? And I was just looking. And the weird thing that after they perform everybody, they just walk off stage. They don't say anything and just walk off stage. And so for a second I was like, that wasn't real. And I look at Crystal and I was like, where are they going? And then the host comes out and he's like, welcome to the event. And he tells us a bunch of stuff about this event was made possible because of this. Tonight we're gonna do this and this. And I'm honored to be here, and Shiny's out there ready. So the crowd was very, very passionate. We were really, really great at screaming, including me, which surprised me. When Shiny finished everybody, I was screaming, and I didn't think I would. I was able to regain that Shiny and screamed. So he would say Shiny's backstage, and we'd be like woo and stuff, and of course louder than that. And he kept telling us to calm down, because we needed to get through the event and stuff. Then Shiny walks out, and they're wearing their like fancy outfits, or like suit and shirts and stuff, and like their dress pants. But they might have been wearing skinny jeans. I don't know. But they were dressed. I know they had like the suit jackets on and stuff, and they were dressed nice, you know. And they came out and they greeted us, and that's when I was like, oh my gosh, it is Shiny. and I and I was like moving around a lot and like making a lot of noise and I'm sorry, I'm trying to remembering it and I can't speak. So then they came out and they greeted us and they all said their names and stuff and they sat down and the host was like, calm down. But like I think it was Jonghyun. He was like, more. So we screamed more. And yeah, so the event, officially like started, and they started off with like I think it was I wrote it down the order because I knew I'd forget. Uh, oh yeah, the host had been asking stuff about like who traveled here the farthest and stuff, but there were people from like everywhere, so he just threw out a signed shirt. That was before Shiny came out. I'm sorry, I didn't mention that. I'm trying to mention as much as possible. So the first thing they did was after they had greeted us was show them the fan video. So Subculture Entertainment posted on Facebook what they wanted fans to send in like 15-second videos with like a message to Shiny or like singing or dancing or whatever, and that some would get picked for a fan video they'd show Shiny. So I submitted one, and so I actually recorded the full fan video message to see if I came on, so I would have it in recording that like Shiny saw it. So they played that video, and I was recording, waiting to see what if I'm in there. And then my face comes up on the huge LED screen, and I'm like, oh my gosh, Shiny sees me.
Hello, I'm Jasmine from Maryland, and I just want to say thank you to Shiny for everything you guys do for us. You guys really are strength to every Shiny, and I hope that at this family we are able to express our gratitude to you as well.
My friend Crystal's like, because she sees my face on the screen. I hadn't told her I was doing that. And then a girl next to me looks at me, looks at the screen, looks at me again, and she's like, is that you? I'm like, yeah. And then she's like, all right. And she gives me a high five. And yeah, and I like laughed really loud. And you could hear it on the video I recorded. And then they keep showing videos, like they show the whole fan video, and then they asked Shiny to share their thoughts. And also through this event, I found out I still remember a lot of the Korean I've learned because I was thinking, like, I was thinking I'd probably be relying on the translator, but I actually like caught things the translator like didn't mention. So like Onu talked about confidence, like because they asked them to share their thoughts and stuff, so they all pretty much said thank you and stuff. But I heard Onu say 자신감, which is confidence, right? And he said something along the lines of it takes confidence or your confidence to send it, and then he said thank you. So I think he was saying something like the fact that you guys were confident enough to send this in, or that you got the confidence to send these in, and that made me feel great because I was definitely deliberating whether to send a video in or not because a video of your face to your idols is definitely like embarrassing. And then Jonghyun was like, he said something about you guys are very cute. And I don't think the host translated that, but Jonghyun said that all the fans are very cute. But the host did translate that he said that like the types of fans are all sort of like diverse. Yeah. And then I think after that we went into questions, and there are all sorts of questions. And honestly, you guys can probably find better fan accounts online, people who actually remember clearly and like did everything. But they started with asking Shiny to ask us questions, and Key asked. Oh, by the way, Key spoke English the whole time, and the rest of the members tried to use as much English as they could. Onyu kept saying "so amazing." It's like the only phrase he kept repeating, and Taemin with broken English would say like full sentences, full broken sentences. But it was greatly appreciated that they were putting in effort to talk to us and stuff. And so I get sidetracked. So Key asked fans, like he asked the audience, where do you guys get like shiny CDs and like shiny world shirts and stuff? Because you guys always have them, and like we don't sell them in America. And everyone's screaming at like the same time, internet. And then yeah, the host like heard answers from in front. He was like eBay and stuff. And yeah, I guess Shiny isn't aware that there's like K-pop stores that sells all their merchandise. Like even Amazon sells K-pop CDs. Like wow. But I thought it was cute that Q was like, "Where'd you guys get our stuff?" And after that, they went in to ask each member questions. And I remember Onyu's question was about Descendants of the Sun. They were like, "What were your thoughts on it?" And I think he just said that it was like his first like official role, and that it was he didn't know how it would come out, and that he's very grateful for like how well it went or something. And I think they asked Taemin, yeah, Taemin. They asked him, "Do you prefer drip drop or press your number?" And he said in English, "I like drip drop because sexy." You've probably seen it. There's probably clips of it. I think I've seen clips of it on Twitter. But yeah, so that was his question, and after him, I'm trying to remember in order, but I'm out of order, so sorry. Jonghyun's question was if he could have a subunit with one of the members, who would it be? And he said he's already worked with Key and Taemin on concert like performances, and he said that he's already sang with Onyu. And he said, I think the translator didn't translate, the host, he's not a translator, he's a host, didn't translate this, but he was saying, I think Minho would just be staring at me the whole time. And my favorite ship is Jongho, so that made me very happy. And then he went on to say that I think he said he'd pick Onyu and that he'd have Minho there, just there, probably for like visuals. And then Minho's question, oh, I think Minho's question was like the first one, and it was like, if you could work with a Hollywood actor, who would it be? And he was very taken back by the question. He was like, that's a weird question. And he answered Brad Pitt, and and then the host was like, "Oh, but you know, Brad Pitt is like the United States is like sexy icon and stuff. But you guys probably think Minho's like sexier, right?" And of course, all of us scream. And then he gets up. Minho gets up and bows because we complimented him. Key's question was about his skin, and this is great. They said, you have great skin. How do you maintain it? And he was like, you guys know the products we sponsor, and he was like those. And there's definitely a clip of that online, and it's just really cute. Like, he's such a great endorser. He's such a great spokesperson. He later on said the brand because I think he didn't know if he could say the brand, but later on he was like the Sem, and so he said use those products well, which is key. Use them well. And after that, they asked like group questions, which was like, what's your most memorable memory from your rookie days? And Jonghyun said from when they cried at their first performance, and he said I didn't cry. And Jonghyun was like, I'm pretty sure you did. And he was like, I know I cry a lot, but I didn't cry then. And Taemin said that it was when they lived together, and he talked about how it was terrible living together because they would argue and they would like get into fights and stuff. And he said that the host was like, "Are you guys better now?" And he was like, "Yeah, because we don't live together." And I think there was another question that was like a group question. Oh, they asked them for their English names. I remember that. I think Minho chose Brad. I don't know if he chose Brad or like the fans were like Brad. And then Jonghyun asked the fans, "Is there a nickname you guys call me in English?" And everyone screamed "sexy." And then Minho was like, "Sexy Kim." And then Taemin said that his saint name, because he's Catholic, he was like, you guys might know my saint name is Francisco. Is it Francesco or Francisco? I don't remember. But he was like, that is that would be his English name. And then Onyu said, Onyu's already English. Which I've never heard of Onyu in English, but I guess, to shiny Onyu's English. And then Key said, this question is not for me. My name is English. It's Key. And so I think after the questions was the games. Yeah, the game, which was charades. and they were they were given numbers, and team 1 was Onyu, team 2 was Jonghyun, team 3 was Ki, team 4 was Minho, and team 5 was Taemin, and they played in reverse order. And I actually remember their topics. I wrote them down. Taemin got school-related objects. Minho got occupations. He got musical instruments. Jonghyun got movies, and Onyu got animals. That was a lot of fun because they had 20 fans that they said they picked from the audience, or what, I don't know how they picked them. They just said that they had 20 random fans, and so they were up on stage and they were split into teams, and so it was really fun to see Shiny. First of all, Shiny playing charades, was fun, and then with fans, it was like great. And I love Xiao so much because whenever one of the fans would get a high five, we cheered like yay and stuff. And like when one of them got a hug or one of them got a handshake, none of us we weren't like jealous or anything. We were just like, yay, you got to touch them. And that I felt really warm for that. Like whenever they cheered and stuff, I felt really good. I felt like this is my home. This is my community. It felt really nice. The most memorable thing about the charades definitely um when it was Key's turn, Minho and Taemin started distracting the fans from behind. And it worked. Fans would like accidentally stare at the other members and then be like, "Oh, the game." And that was fun. And I think the winner, I wrote down the winners. I think it was Taemin. Uh, yeah, I think Taemin won. No, Key's team won. I actually do not remember. I think I wrote down that Key's team won, so it's probably Key's team because I wrote this like as soon as I came out of there. And so Minho and Onyu got last place, so they had the punishment of Egyo. And the situation, Junghyun gave the situation, which was your girlfriend's mad at you. And so Onyu was a fail Egyo. He was just like touching his girlfriend, like, come on. And then Minho, when it was his turn, he took Onyu and he was like, help me. And he was like, be my girlfriend. And then Onyu started like pretending he was chewing gum and like tapping his foot. And Jonghyun was like, oh, like a gangster. And then Minho was like, my gangster girlfriend. And he went over and like he was like doing Engyo and stuff. And then he grabs Onyu and pretends to kiss. And there's a clip of that on Twitter. I'm sorry I keep saying that, but it's just like I want you guys to see it. So it's like maybe I should like compile them instead, like links, so I could post that and you guys can see them or something. But yeah, I saw a lot of people tweeting about that because that was definitely everyone screamed when that happened. Oh, and for the Egyo thing, like Ki, Jonghyun, and Taemin had sat down, their backs facing us, and they were facing like towards towards like where the screen was, which is where Onyu and Minho were, because they also wanted to see. And Ki was very disappointed with the Egyo. Like after Onyu's, he like shook his finger, and then after Minho's, he got up and he was like, "I expected too much." He was, I love. He was being very playful. I don't know. Like he was like speaking out a lot and like picking on the members openly and but in like a way to like connect with us, like together with us, be like look at him, like together with us, so we laugh. I don't know. It was yeah. I loved Key. Okay, so after this, they performed Hello, and he was like, "You guys know the song?" He was like, "We're gonna sing Hello. Do you guys know the song?" And we were like, "Yes, because of course we know Hello. We're Shells." And he was like, "Let's sing together." And it was great. All of us sang together with Shiny, and there was even a point where they got a little quiet because they wanted to hear us, and it was like, oh my gosh, it was just a beautiful moment. The artists and the fans, and that's what I love most about concerts. Like every concert I go to, like little interactions like that are my favorite things about concerts, and I loved that we had that here, singing together with Shiny. I left after Hello, and we saw like a video of like Shiny World 4, like the concert behind the scenes type video. And it was kind of random that they just played that, but none of us complained seeing more Shiny. but it was a video I had already seen, so I was kind of like, and I was just preparing myself for when they came out. And so the other songs they performed Replay, they performed Lucifer, they performed Sherlock, and I believe after that is when they left, and then they played a clip of like the view behind the scenes making, the one that I saw it on YouTube. I don't know if it was posted officially by SM or if I just happened to see it by some other channel on YouTube. And after that, they came out and performed View. And I actually didn't record a lot, and that's why I'm not sharing videos of my recordings here, because I was actually trying to see as much of Shiny as much as I could, because it was like I wanted to enjoy the event and also concentrate on them and stuff. Because I'm the type that when I'm recording, I like look at my camera, so I didn't want to do that because I wanted to see the actual thing. And it's not important. It's not that important to have like a video of it as long as like your memory is like stronger. I think I don't know. Like it's not actually strong because I can't remember everything picture perfect, but I can remember like the emotions and stuff better. Oh, when we did our event and like they were saying thank you and stuff, Taemin said, "Can we take a picture with Shiny World?" in English. And the special part is that he called us Shiny World. And like of course we're all Shaos. Only Shaos would be at a Shiny family and stuff. And but I don't know, the fact that he sees us as Shiny World, it felt sort of like official. Like we were officially acknowledged by Shiny. Shiny knows that we are Shiny World here in the US and stuff. And yeah, I got really emotional then. I was like, oh my gosh. Taemin called the Shiny World. It's like I'm officially recognized by Shiny as a Shao. That felt great. And and then he was like, yeah, we need to take a picture. And they're trying to do a selfie, but it didn't work. So then they called out like a staff to come out and take a picture. And then they took another one on Minho's phone. And Key was like, I'm gonna post this on my Instagram. You guys have probably seen that picture. It's up on Key's Instagram. And so yeah, Key was the last to leave. And Minho, I forgot to say, Minho said, "You guys are special to me," and that was great to hear. Minho really, I feel like Minho really loves his fans. Like I know all of Shiny love their fans, but Minho was just so lovey-dovey about it. It was yeah. And so then Key left, and then they started playing like the B tracks again. Like I said, they were playing before Shiny came out. They were playing those as like the lights turned off again, like the stage lights and like the lights in the audience turned on. And Shiny was gone, and everyone there. I think everyone was just sort of like, like this happened. And the girl next to me was like, my soul has left my body, and I was like, same. And I just had to like stand there and absorb it, and my friend Crystal was just like laughing at me, just standing there watching me, and I was just like, this happened, this happened. Shiny sang for us, Shiny talked to us. When Shiny sang, I sang along, I moved my light stick, I wasn't shy, I wasn't shy about anything. I held up the banner, I moved my light stick, I would scream, I would answer when they'd be like, "Are you guys excited?" I'd be like, "Yes!" and stuff. Like I said, I don't do that normally at concerts. I sort of felt like I sort of knew inside like I would at Shiny because Shiny's like an artist I actually really, really care about, that I really, really love, that I really, really follow, and really, they definitely mean more to me than any other artist. So I think it makes sense that this is the only event I've been this like outgoing at because it's like for them. Like I wanted to be a good fan for them, sort of, and also enjoy the event as much as possible. And so we walk out, and I was honestly satisfied just having seen them inside. And and yeah, my friend walked me to where I was gonna meet my dad, and the whole way there, I was like, he said they're coming back. And she was like, yeah, he did. And I was like, Minho said we're special. She was like, yeah. And I said, Taemin called us shiny rolls. She was like, yeah. And I said, oh, you called us amazing. She was like, yeah. And yeah, Jonghyun also talked about his solo album. Like he talked about it when they were leaving. He was like, Jonghyun has a solo album coming. Please support it. And we were like, we cheered because of course we're gonna support Jonghyun's wonderful, wonderful music. And he bowed then. I also was talking to Crystal about that afterwards. I was like, Jonghyun's releasing music soon. And yeah, and afterwards I felt this like peace, which sounds really weird, but I don't know, I just felt so peaceful. Like I was out of the event and I was back in the real world and now I was worried about heading back home, getting back to school on time for my exam Tuesday and everything. But I wasn't as worried as I was before because I felt great joy in me for having seen Shiny. Wrapping up, what I'm just saying is that when my dad picked me up, he asked me how was it, and I was like magical, and he like made fun of me. And I actually haven't felt any post concert depression. Like I've seen other Shals talking about like, oh I missed them already and all this and like yeah, I missed them and stuff, like I saw them and it's like kinda sad. I don't know when I'll be able to see them again and stuff. But I'm still really, really content about having seen them. And every time I remember any part of the event, I get really, really giddy and really happy. And I'm still so, so thankful for everything. Like, I'm thankful to Crystal for coming. I'm thankful to Jessica for the tickets. I'm thankful to Shiny for coming. I don't know. I'm just so happy. And this was actually my dream. I think lots of us, Chals, our dream is to see Shiny perform. And I lived my dream, and I lived several child's dreams, and I'm so, so grateful that I was able to. Shiny has definitely put something in me that is making me feel better, or like reminding me to feel better. And I hope that every child gets to experience this. I know that every child there is feeling the way I'm feeling, and I hope that every child gets to experience this. I really, really hope so, and I hope it's soon. All my Shao friends here on YouTube, I know you guys deserve to see Shiny and to experience everything I experienced. And hopefully you guys will experience it through like a Shiny World concert, which will be even greater. And yeah, I I just wanted to share this. I know this is a long video and I know it's a bunch of me rambling, but I just wanted to share because like most of my life is like Shiny. Like whenever I'm upset or whenever I'm having issues, Shiny is what distracts me. Shiny is what cheers me up. Shiny is my strength. Shiny is really, really important to me and everything. And I thought I should share it with people who follow me and would like to hear about this and everything. And yes, I really do hope others get to experience this, other fellow American fans and fans in other parts of the world. I hope you guys get to experience this. I think Chicago did a great job showing the love we shall have for Shiny, and I'm pretty confident they got a good response, and they will hopefully come back to the US and to more places because they also heard that us from all over, like the two girls, like the one girl I talked to outside, she was from Texas and she flew to Chicago to see Shiny. Like people from all over, and there were people that flew in from other countries. Like people flew in from Mexico, people flew in from Puerto Rico, people from we showed that people made great efforts to come to gather to be here for Shiny, and I hope that shows something to. I guess SM is the person that needs to see all this. And I have all this stuff next to me that I haven't even showed you guys, and I'm so sorry. But like, I showed you guys the banner. Also, want to show you what else I got at the concert. When I got that banner, they also gave me this key banner that says "Always be yourself." And I don't know if I'm looking at it flipped, and I don't know if when I post this, it's going to be flipped because I don't use my laptop camera often. And this is the light stick I took. This is a light stick my friend bought me years ago when she went to Korea. So it just says shiny. And it is their official color. Yeah, you can't really tell because it's really bright right here. But this is what I was using. And actually, it was problematic because of this long string. I kept like slapping my face with it, and I ended up wearing it and moving the stick, and that was better. And there's also this balloon that they gave us. My music taste, they were there and they were handing these out. They gave us a little card, which is like a thing to help a Shiny World concert happen in the U.S. And also this key fan, really cute key fan that a key fan club apparently was handing out. And yeah. Oh, and an Onu postcard that a random girl, I don't know if she was with the group or what, but a girl walked past me and Crystal. She gave me this Onu postcard, and she gave Crystal a Jonghyun one. Jonghyun in his pink suit, so Crystal was like so happy. Crystal's bias is Onu, so I was like, "You want to switch?" And she was like, "No, this is Jonghyun in the pink suit." So yeah, that's all I have to say about. Oh, I lost something. That's all I have to say about Shiny in Chicago. The fan meet I think was a success. And I'm super grateful to have been part of it. I'm super grateful I went and that everything went well. And if you guys want to see like my clips, I told you guys I didn't take a lot of video, but I did post my like clips on Twitter and on Instagram and on Google Plus. If you follow me on Google Plus, I have full clips of like not full, like a minute and something of each performance. I will probably leave links to all my social media so you guys if you want to see that. And I also have a clip of the full fan video, but I'll probably just put the link because Subculture Entertainment posted it on their YouTube channel. Thank you for watching this, and I'm sorry I keep dragging this out longer than it should be. I know this video probably could have been shorter, and I know I'm probably forgetting things. Like, I'm probably going to post this and then be like, oh, I didn't talk about this. Oh, I didn't talk about that. And I'm sorry I didn't talk about things in order or in an organized way. I'm really sorry. But the next video will be whenever I get more Shiny albums to show you guys. Yes. Bye.